this place where Alyssa rests?
The problem at MSD is that...
We're here to talk about gun violence, right?
Right. I would say that you should direct your anger at the local, state, and federal law enforcement.
It's possible if you have the conversation to find the common ground.
Hi, my name is Robert Shentrup, and I'm the older brother of Carmen Shentrup, one of the 17 victims of the Stoneman Douglas school shooting. We need to show...
I've realized that through the shooting, our family was destroyed, but it created a family of activism. My sister Evelyn and I were in Tallahassee as part of the Road to Change tour. Having Evelyn there by my side allowed us to really bond and connect. Are we going to start chants during the speeches?
The rally? Yeah.
Alex already called,
Yes.
This is what democracy looks
Okay.
like. And then they're going to
The people united.
Carmen's death catapulted me to be an activist because I realized that what had happened to her was just so preventable. Being in Washington and being right in the heart of American politics and really getting involved in the nitty-gritty of how American government works is something that is really inspiring to me.
Judge Kavanaugh, do you swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but...
I was at the Kavanaugh hearings about his possible nomination to the Supreme Court. They discussed Brett Kavanaugh's views on the Second Amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I think that it's a travesty in 2018. We still have to deal with mass shootings every single day. Initially, after Carmen's death, my parents were extremely grief-stricken. They couldn't leave the house.
Carmen was on a journey of discovery, running a race against time to see how much of the world she could discover. She couldn't have known how little time she had. Carmen was artistic and loved music. She enjoyed drawing, visiting art museums. She played piano, violin, guitar. We miss her music.
As a woman of faith, I can say prayers have helped me find strength to get through each day and stand here before you. But as a mother who mourns the death of one child and fights to protect the future of her two other children, I can honestly say that prayers do not feel like enough.
If every parent took just 5 minutes and forced themselves for 5 minutes to think what life would be like if their child was shot and killed, there would be no more debate in this country, because no parent could make it for 5 minutes. No parent would get that far.
After about 2 weeks, they slowly started coming out of that shock and grief and kind of trying to figure out what's the next steps.
3 months after the shooting, my wife and I stood before the board to call out the district for its complete inaction with regard to investigating the tragedy at MSD.
My dad has changed a lot, and he got involved in activism. After the shooting, he realized that he doesn't have the luxury of allowing things to be the way that they are. You have to be the person that leads the charge.
In less than 1 month, over 3,000 students were returned to MSD. An MSD led by the same administration that failed Carmen and 33 others murdered or wounded.
My mom was a principal at Pembroke Pines Elementary, which is in Broward County, for many years. And now she's taken on a new role as the director of school safety, because she's always been such a strong advocate for children, and she just wants to make sure that all the young people in the county stay and remain safe. Raising 3 children has really motivated her to try and provide the best learning environment she can for children. And so I'm excited to see her in this new role.
Volunteers, visitors go to schools and they may notice something that is a safety concern. How do they report that and get action done immediately? Those are things that we need to look at.
You know, part of what we're trying to do is bring the experts together, right? Bring everybody to talk and bring them to where we can find consensus and then make a difference.
Tony Montalto has been very active in organizing all of the parents and family of the 17 victims of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shooting.
It's the truth. I mean, some of us are a little still afraid of our kids going back to school, but we also know that we want to make these changes.
My parents got involved with this organization because they believe that we should look at school safety along with guns as a comprehensive, holistic approach to the issue of mass shootings.
Not other than the social media stuff.
We've met under the worst of circumstances. We're all damaged and grieving. Yet when we're together, we are able to find strength. It's the members of this group that understand the pain that each of us is going through. It's the most expensive club you'll ever join. The price of admission is exceedingly high.
One guy with the AR-15 walked into school and instantly many people died, my daughter included.
When people try to suppress your vote, and there are people who stand against you because you're too young, we say no more.
It's been amazing to see the change that came out of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas school shooting at the march. Seeing my friends and my sister's friends come together to create a national movement and spark a conversation about gun violence prevention.
6 minutes and about 20 seconds. In a little over 6 minutes, 17 of our friends were taken from us, 15 were injured, and everyone, absolutely everyone, in the Douglas community was forever altered. And my friend Carmen would never complain to me about piano practice.
When I heard Emma say Carmen's name, it just sent a shockwave of emotion through my body because
Joaquin Oliver would never play basketball with Sam.
Seeing one of Carmen's best friends up on that stage,
Kara Lugren would never, Chris Hickson would never.
Talking about the tragedy.
Marquin Duque Aguiano would never, Peter Wang.
It was just a very emotionally powerful moment for me.
Meadow Pollock would never.
I think those 6.5 minutes of silence were extremely impactful because you could feel the awkwardness, the tension, how uncomfortable it was because no one had any idea what was going on. And that's a very similar feeling to what those kids must have felt that day at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. It was one of those moments that really made what happened very tangible and concrete. It gave me a lot of flashbacks of, you know, Emma and Carmen together at our house and going to the movies or another event or riding the bus back home.
Happy birthday to you.
My sister and Emma Gonzalez were really good friends. And I remember back at Carmen's last birthday party, Emma had long brown hair. And compared to now with her head shaved, I honestly wouldn't have even recognized her. One thing that the shooting in Parkland and the death of Carmen taught me is that silver linings don't exist, that you need to create them yourself. One person can make a difference. Activism has taught me that you alone can do so many great things if you put your mind into it. We've come together under this tremendous tragedy and banded together in a fight for a better future.